Welcome back, Commander. In this video we have a news update for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. If this is your first time here, I make videos on Mass Effect, so come join our crew by hitting that subscribe button. A new post has been made by Bioware on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition and has got some exciting new information. I picked out some of the best bits from the post to share with you here, and I'll leave a link to the full post down in the description. Combat in the Mass Effect trilogy has evolved across the series, with each game's experience being different. They wanted to make the experience better across the board, but they didn't want to create unnecessary change that the fans have to come and love with each game. That proved a unique challenge, as the first game is quite different from the second and third in terms of gameplay and combat. Mass Effect was heavily influenced by traditional RPG mechanics, like the randomness of a dice roll or pen and paper stat building. As a result, weapons in Mass Effect often felt less accurate and more reliable than gunplay in Mass Effect 2 and 3. So they go on to say, in the first Mass Effect, accuracy, including the reticle bloom and the weapon sway, has been tuned across all weapons to allow players to maintain more of a consistent firepower while still managing their shots or overheat meter. They've also improved aiming down the sights, the camera view to be tighter on combat so that aiming down the sights is more accurate, like in the second and the third games, and they've improved the aim assist to provide better precision. These small behind the scenes changes collectively make combat more snappier, put more control into the player's hands. There's been some improvements to the abilities as well, and these include that Shepard can now sprint out of combat, melee attacks are now mapped to a button press rather than being automatically occurred based on proximity to an enemy. All relevant enemies are now take headshot damage in the first game, although I also thought it already did, to be honest. It goes on to say that some previously did not include the humanoid enemies. All weapons can be used by any class without any penalty. Specializations, the ability to train or upgrade weapons, are still class specific, which is good, as my headcannon soldier from Mass Effect 1 gains biotic ability in Mass Effect 2 because of the implants, would then forget how to use the sniper rifle, which would really annoy me. Medigel usage has been improved, although I didn't see any issue with it before, so I'll be interested to see what they've done with it. Inventory management tools have been improved, which is great. Items can now be flagged as junk. All junk can be converted to Omnigel or sold to merchants at once. Inventory and stalls have also been sorting out their functionality. This is brilliant news because I always run out of space. We found opportunities to bring the game in line with the second and third games. We've also found some systems across the whole trilogy that need tuning up. Here you can see a new screenshot of the interior of Noveria, and it does look so much prettier. Squad mates have now commanded independently of each other in the first Mass Effect, which is the same way you can command them individually in Mass Effect 2 and 3. This is something that really did annoy me. It was good that you could give them orders, but it was very much basically having them set up in the same spot. Now if you can have them moved in different positions, you can use their powers independently and it makes combat much more satisfying. Like it is in Mass Effect 2 and 3, you can set up chain events and stuff. Overall has been improved across the trilogy is extra cover, added some encounters. We know that the boss fight on Noveria with Matriarch Benezia is going to be one of those. Entering and exiting cover is now more reliable. Well, the first Mass Effect you stuck to walls, then for 2 and 3 it was a button press, and then for Andromeda they went back to sticking to walls. So which option do you think they've gone with? Let me know down in the comments which one do you think they are. Next up is the Mako. Its functionality has been improved with faster shield recharging and new thrusters added to the rear, allowing for speed boost when you inevitably try to scale up the side of a near vertical cliff. Yep, everyone apparently has tried it. This boost recharges independent of the jump jets on the vehicle's underside, so you can use both at once or separately. All exciting improvements, and you can actually see it in action. I'll pop a link for that in the description. But I must admit, I do have a soft spot for the original Mako. I'm probably in the minority there, to be honest. There have been some improvements to the characters' creators with new high styles and skin tones, and then it talks about the galactic readiness. As they've taken out multiplayer, they've integrated the galactic readiness to the whole trilogy. It does say that if you play just Mass Effect 3, you'll need to complete every single mission just to get enough to get the best ending, and that you'll have an easier time if you bring a save across from Mass Effect 1 and 2. Which, to be honest, if you're playing through the trilogy, you need to play Mass Effect 1 and 2. It is an entire story. But I doubt we'll get any different ending than before, as they've said the extended cut is now the actual standard end to the game. But it really does look fantastic, and I really can't wait to play it. Especially Mass Effect 1, that's where you can see that they put the most work into it. To see the scrap dark energy plotline explored, click the links on screen now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like. Thank you to Nerdy Dude and Beverly Lockhart for your support. I'll see you next time. Commander.